Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have created my take on a sultry fall look. Not too complicated, but I just wanted to do a super chatty get ready with me using products that I already have and that probably, if you are a makeup junkie, lover, enthusiast, you probably own these products too. And if you don't, you can use similar products to recreate this look if you choose to do so. So if you want to see how I got this look using absolutely nothing new, continue to watch. Oh, one more thing. Please, guys, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I also upload mukbangs on my channel. I've also recently uploaded my take and making bee love smackalicious sauce that is for seafood, veggies, meats, my way. And I will link that video below. I think I know how to do that. I'm still learning how to edit, y'all. Be patient with me. And I've been having some issues with editing. But no more talking. If you want to see how I got this look, then just continue to watch. What's up, y'all? Y'all miss me? I miss y'all. Probably don't miss me, but I miss y'all. So today I'm feeling a little fall-like. Check out my neck. I have eczema and this weather is doing crazy things, so my skin is doing crazy things. I'm getting dry patches, so on and so forth. But today I wanted to, I'm not gonna say what I always say. I wanted to do a fall look because the temperatures are dropping and I'm feeling the greens and the burgundies and the oranges, all those fall vibe-ish colors. So I was like, I want to do a makeup look inspired by October, when things start to change, when the leaves start to change and it gets a little cooler and a little cozier. You want to pull out your pumpkin spice lattes and so on and so forth. After I finish this video, I think I'm going to go get me one of those pumpkin cream cold brews. I'm not a real pumpkin person, but I've been hearing a lot about that particular drink and I think I want to try it. So let's get this face together. I pulled out today, I pulled out my Melt Gemini palette because if this is not fall, I don't know what is. Like if somebody said, you have 5 seconds to pull out a fall palette, I would pull out this palette or I would pull out my Naked Heat by Urban Decay. Also, I was looking back on my last couple of makeup videos and I realized that I hadn't mixed a palette in a while. And y'all know I love to mix palettes. You get the best of everything and you're utilizing your makeup that you paid your money for. So I also pulled out the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Everybody knows what it looks like. I did do a giveaway of this palette on my channel. Also, I was looking to see when I uploaded my first video, and my first video I uploaded on October 27th. So I started this channel to have a place to meditate and deal with depression, anxiety, because the 25th of October is the anniversary of my mother's death. So in honor of the celebration of my mother's life, which is the 25th, and the 27th will be my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube, I'm trying to figure out something to do. I don't know, a giveaway, a small vlog of what we'll be doing in honor. I don't know. Put your comments below. Give me some ideas, because I don't want it to be like it normally is for me, which is super sad, and I just reflect, and it can put me in a space that I don't want to be in. So this year I want to do something different. I want to celebrate the life and not focus so much on the death. So there that go. And yes, this is gonna be, I think, a pretty chatty video, and we're just gonna play in some makeup, our face, and stop all this chatting. Like I said, I love Touch and Soul. This I got in a BoxyCharm, and I'm going to be using it today. It's the No Problem Prime Essence with Candula Flower Extract. So I'm just going to put it in the areas where I have, you know, pores. I don't have big pores. Well, I don't think. But I do like this product. And I'm going to mix it with some of my Farsali Skin Tone Blur in the pore area only. And then I will put a mattifying primer in my T-zone. It sounds like a lot, but when you're getting ready and you putting on makeup and you want your makeup to last, you got to figure out what works for you. And this is the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Retouch Primer. I have a mini because I have a lot of primers, so I kind of go back and forth depending on what my skin concern is for that day. So yeah, the mattifying one I put in my T-zone, which is my forehead, my scarf, and on the pores I put the essence and the Farsali Skin Tone Blur. I really enjoy the Farsali. And I rub the Skin Tone Blur, well, they're mixed together now, up under my eye, because I do have fine lines, and it does help to blur. So there that go. Okay, and then I'm going to prime my eyes while I'm letting my primers soak into the skin, because I like them to soak into the skin a little bit before I go in with my base. That's just what I like. So yeah, so that's what we're looking like so far. And I'm gonna go first into the Aina palette. No, I'm gonna go first into the Gemini palette, and I'm going to take the shade, Luna, which is this shade right here, just to kind of set close to the brow bone and a little bit down from the brow bone to give that area a nice transition. And this is what is this? Elizabeth Mott Taper Blending Brush. It's a short brush. So I think it was supposed to be like a travel. I got it in one of them subscriptions. And this looks like much of nothing, but it's setting that area and keeping it highlighted the way I like it, without it being too harsh. And just tap. Then I'm gonna go into the shade, because like I said, I'm feeling real fall vibe. Go into the shade Laura Lee, which is a mustard. Because I don't want the mirror blind, y'all. Laura Lee is this one, which is like a mustard yellow, but it has a brown undertone, not really orange. And I'm just gonna go a little lower. And I'm gonna try my best to staying frame. I'm just doing windshield wiper motions because we're just setting up a transition for basically for the look. So I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my brush. I'm just kind of fluffing that into my transition area. We're not in the crease yet. We're in our transition area. Well, I'm in my transition area, which is on top of that little fold of my actual crease area because I have hooded lids, like I've mentioned in the past. And people do ask me, like, how do you get the shadow to look like you have a look? Because when you have hooded lids, it can be a challenge. So I'm just building that up a little bit. I'm tapping into the palette. I'm not so much swirling. And this might not look like much, but trust me. Trust me when I tell you, you are building your transition area so when you get to the lower part, things can just flow. So now I'm going to take a different brush. I'm going to take my Wayne Goss number 17. And I think I'm going to come out of that palette for now and go into the Jackie Aina palette. I'm going to go into the shade Edges first, which is a burnt orange. Everybody knows what Edges looks like. Mine has a little dip in it because this palette is well loved. No, I'm going to go into the shade Ginger, which is lighter. I'm going to go into Ginger first on my Wayne Goss number 17. And I'm going to go just a little bit lower. And I'm just going to fluff that from inner to outer the same way I did the last two shades. And I'm going to lightly build it up. See? I'm not going to rush to build it up for that pigmentation because both of these palettes will give you amazing pigmentation. Just take your time and tap and build it up. Don't try to get full color impact on one swipe. The transition will be a lot smoother if you take your time. And today I have time to take my time, so that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes you don't have time to take your time. Like when I'm getting ready for work and I'm putting makeup on, I usually use two shadows. I use two shadows and three brushes. I use a fluffier brush to blow that shadow out. Then I use a tighter brush to make it look a little more intense. And then I use a lip brush. And that's it. It's two shadows. If I'm feeling froggy, three. But that's it. There's none of this taking my time building and all of that. When it's time to go to work, we got to go. So I'm just blending very lightly. Still in that transition area. We're going to get to the actual crease area. And you're going to see the difference of the crease. Right now what I'm doing is I'm building color in a place where when my eyes are open, you can still see my shadow because I have hooded eyes. If I don't like do the three brush method or I don't start with a transition shade, when I open my eyes, my shadow disappears. And I know a lot of people know that already. And they might be saying, well, you know, we already know that. That's obvious. But some people don't know and they do ask me, and that's why I'm saying it. I have the Wayne Goss number 19, but I'm going to stay with the same brush first. And I'm going to go into I'm going back and forth between these two palettes. I'm going to go into the shade Cupcake because it's maybe a little more neutral. Maybe I should go Polka Dot and then Cupcake. No, I'm going to mix them together. So both of them are brown. It's these two. And I'm going to mix those two together. And I'm going to go a little bit lower. And that's what it looks like on the brush. And I'm going to go a little bit lower. And then I'm going to move my hand down. Because when your hand is up on the brush like this, you tend to use more pressure. When you move it further back, you can get lighter pressure. And that I'm taking about 3/4 of the way in the socket of my eye. So I'm actually in the crease now. And again, I'm mixing those two together. And then going in 3/4 of the way. And when I get less product on my brush, just fluffing it on the outside. Kind of flicking it out. Like that. Now don't worry if it looks a little bit harsh. We're going to go back in with our transition color and soften it up. But I'm going to continue to mix those two together and just deepen up that outer crease area and 3/4 of the way into my crease. I like how it's looking so far. I just would like the outside just a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to do is, I was going to take that Wayne Guys brush, but no. I'm going to take this Stellium Tools. It is a small 765 small angle shader. And it looks like this. It's super soft, super fluffy. So it's an angle brush, but it has some fluff to it, but it's skinny. So you can control which way you're placing shadow. So I'm gonna go into the shade Credit, which is a deep chocolate brown. And I might mix Credit with a tiny bit of Bonnie, which is a black. I just dipped it in the black. I'm gonna keep that very, very low. That black is potent. And kind of use it like a liner. And then when I get less product on my brush, I'm going to flick it out. Super light. And then I'm going to take some of Edges. Should I take Edges? No, I'm going to take a little bit of Cupcake, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. Cupcake. Then I'll take my last brush, no extra product, and remember we wiped it off. And I'm just going to just make sure everything is smooth, no harsh edges, and blend it out. Now for the lid. For the lid, I think I want to carve out some lid space because I want my shadow to be pretty, you know. I want it to stand out and really scream fall. So I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear because it's too light for me to use for anything but, you know, crease work, lid work. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take, some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure all of that is blended out. So I'm just going to tap that there. And then I'm going to take some of Edges, which is that more neutral brown. And I'm going to go up into the crease and make sure gonna have it tapped on, and then I'm gonna smooth it out with a little detail brush. I have a BH cosmetic brush. It's a number 5. It's just skinny and pretty flat, and I love this brush for detail work. So I always look up and let it transfer, because that's where my shadow is going to transfer to anyway, because I have hooded lids. So it's a little blended. So for the lid, I want to go into, because I'm feeling the greens and, you know, oranges. But for this look, I'm going to go into the shade Golds, which is this gold green, this green gold. It's an olive green. It's super pretty. And I'm going to go into that. And should I wet it? Let's see. I don't need to. I'm just going to take my time and lay that on my lid. Super pretty. Okay, I'm back. I put my lashes on. I chose to use my favorite lash glue in clear. I've never used it in clear before. I always use it in black. But I still had to wind up going over my lash line with a black liner because it didn't look good to me. I normally wear, well, I had put on Pat McGrath's, what is this, black coffee eyeliner, because I wanted to stay brown. But it didn't look good, even though the lash glue was clear. So there that go. So now we're gonna, our face is already primed. We're gonna go ahead and put our Fenty Beauty Hydrating, Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Long Wear Foundation. I have mine in the shade 445. And I think I'm gonna use a beauty blender. Should I? Oh, I made a mess. Let's get that on the sponge. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use a brush first and then a sponge. That's how I always do it. It's quicker for me. I'm just gonna blend that on out. I really like this foundation. I like it better than the first one. Actually, I think it wears nicely. It spreads nicely. You don't need a whole lot, because I don't like a lot of foundation. I always say that, especially on my forehead. Now for concealer, I may use a little bit of my 400. I still haven't bought another one because this one is like light bright. I'm gonna use a little bit. It's pretty orange. And then I'm gonna use, I love this concealer, this correcting concealer by Urban Decay, for directly under the eyes to cover up the dark circles. And I go over my mouth with this for my faux stash. Now for powder, I'm going to take out a yellow powder because I feel like I need yellow. You know, sometimes you just need some yellow. But I'm going to use the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder Better Not Bitter. It is in the shade yellow, but it's a light yellow. It's not as golden as my Sacha Buttercup. And this powder is way more, no, you know what? I should use honey. Since we're using Fenty, let me use my Pro Filter Setting Powder in the shade Honey. Yeah, that's what I have it in. Looks like this. This is also a kind of yellowy powder, but it's not as yellow as my Sacha Buttercup. It's a little in the middle, and that is a very mattifying powder. And when you have oily skin and you're using hydrating products, you kind of got to balance things out to make them work for you. Now this foundation, I believe it's supposed to be a hydrating natural matte finish or satin matte, and I do agree with that. But the way my skin is set up, the Fenty powder and this foundation is great, or the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder is great. I'm just gonna bounce out that under eye. I try not to put too much concealer under my eye because I'm not trying to look cakey. Just bounce that out. Blends out beautifully. I really, really, really like that Urban Decay concealer because I have been searching, and I was using the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. I really like that one too. However, it's not a color correcting concealer, but it does give great coverage. So I like it for that reason. But the Urban Decay one is actually a color correcting concealer. So when I feel like my under eyes, well, that darkness doesn't go away, the darkness directly under my eyes, the Urban Decay, it corrects it without massive amount of product, and that's what I like about it. So as you can see, my skin is looking, she's looking pretty good, but she got quite a bit of dew going on. I'm just gonna make sure I got all my creases out. And everything is well blended. And then I'm gonna go into my Fenty powder. This powder is very potent, so my advice would be to tread lightly. So I tap off a little bit, start around my nose, and then go up. Same thing on the other eye. Tap off a little bit, start around my nose, and then go up under the eye. And tap off some. Go around my mouth, because I do crease really bad in my smile lines. I tend to smile. What am I going to use? I'm going to use my Black Radiance Contour Kit in the shade, what is it? Medium to Deep. And I'm going to use this angle brush and just bronze and contour at the same time. I try to use a light hand. Then then for blush, I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Blush and Bloom and Glow palette. And I'm going to use that berry shade up there. The berry shade for my blush. And it is a cream blush. And I love it. It just gives the most subtle glow to the skin. It's so pretty. And this is another product that I build because it's easier to add than it is to take away. So yeah, I know I got a lot of blush on, but that's what I want today. Then I'm gonna go into one of the highlighters. I'm gonna use the Duo Glow, which is this one down here. No, this one, which is more of a rosy gold champagne-y. I'm just gonna highlight just the tops of my cheekbone. And then I'm gonna line my eyes with an Urban Decay glide-on pencil. I'm gonna line my lower lash line with the shade Mildew. I don't have a green in there, so I'm gonna go into the Melt Gemini palette and I'm gonna take that shade Goals again. No, as a matter of fact, we're gonna go back to the other end of the palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Gemini, which is this one, and I'm gonna go right underneath the Mildew eye pencil that we added, and I'm going to try not to make a mess with this. I'm gonna start at the inner corner because I want to brighten up the eye. I'm going to take Leo, which is a deep army military green, and I'm gonna go over Mildew. Just to make it stand out more. Okay guys, so I just added some Hi-Fi Shine Urban Decay lip gloss in the shade Shadow Heart. It's super pretty, super fall. They feel good, they smell good. Took that hair down. This is the unique unit that I have been rocking, and this is going to be, or this is my fall hair. This is what you're gonna see all fall because I'm loving it. It's easy, low maintenance. But yes guys, here's the final look using the Jackie Aina and the Melt Gemini palette. I'm loving this look that I came up with. It's super fall, it's cozy, it's sultry. I like it. I'm a gloss girl, so a lot of times you'll see me in different glosses. I like lipstick too, but I grab for a gloss first, and it's easier to reapply when you're out and about and you just need to touch up your lips. You don't have to worry about a mirror and so on and so forth. So yeah, that is my final look, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps my channel out a whole lot. And until next time, this was a super chatty Get Me using things that we already have, using full face of nothing new. I don't know what I'm going to call this video, probably full face of nothing new. But like I said, if there's videos that you guys want to see from me, put it down in the comments. I love to chat in the description, in the comments. I'm getting better about my description box and putting in, you know, products that I use. I do have a link to this unit down in my description box now. It is from Eunice here. And until next time, guys, smooches. Bye.